Welcome back to The Takeout. A source familiar with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche's interview with Ghislaine Maxwell tells CBS News that she did not implicate President Trump. On CBS Mornings, we heard from the family of Epstein victim, Virginia Giuffre. Listen.
Why are we listening to a known perjurer? I mean, I think if anybody needs to be heard, it's the survivors. They should have a voice. They should have a platform to be able to stand on. And right now, all we're listening to is somebody that is known to be a perjurer. And so, you know, in terms of the testimony, I mean, to me, I think we need to be listening to the other side of things, which is the survivors and their voice, help elevate those.
Department of Justice reporter Jake Rosen is here with me at the desk. Jake, always good to see you. It is, of course, important to note that in no way did anyone expect that Ghislaine Maxwell, talking to the Deputy Attorney General, would do anything but make sure she did not implicate the president, in whose hands holds any clemency or pardon power, when her conversation with the Deputy Attorney General. So that's news in that it is confirmed and noteworthy, but not the least bit unexpected.
And in the same of which sources told CBS News that there is, in fact, a recording and a transcript as well, right? It is total standard operating procedure for any kind of conversation. Now, this wasn't a formal sit-down deposition, but it was a conversation with Maxwell, and her attorney was present to record that and have a transcription for your internal purposes to distribute through the government. And as Todd Blanche said, Deputy Attorney General, to potentially release that as part of this new digging that the Department of Justice and the Trump administration are doing, again, is not expected. But again, Maxwell has a lot on the line in the coming weeks. She's still facing pressure from the House Oversight Committee, who wants to speak with her. Her attorney did not rule out a pardon. President Trump has not ruled out any kind of relief, as the Department of Justice is really searching for new information they can provide. And in court filings this week, contrary to what they've said, it doesn't seem like these grand jury transcripts or a number of the other court documents that could potentially come out necessarily would reveal anything new. So while there's a lot of talk about what is going on, if and when some of this information does become public, we'll have to parse through to see what. But the Justice Department admitted most of this is in the public record of what is sealed.
Right, but there's also records that exist within the Justice Department and the Treasury Department that have not been seen publicly, and that back in the day, before they were in positions of power, many significant figures in this Trump administration said ought to be released, and if they were placed in power, they would see that they are released.
Yes, and that never happened, and I think that's why we've seen this House Oversight move yesterday for these subpoenas to relitigate some top officials' experiences in overseeing these investigations through different administrations, to hold people's feet to the fire again. Whether those depositions actually come through is yet to be seen, but to force potentially the Department of Justice to hand something over to a House committee sets up an intra-party battle of White House versus DOJ and Congress, but it also really sets up a potential future of, will these people even sit down? And if there is anything new, what would it actually be that would result in some kind of red meat that would satisfy really this craving that has still lingered out there?
Jake Rosen, always a pleasure. Thanks so much.